Why do you think Canada is so divided right now?
Well, again, I think there are people who have deliberately played on division as a political strategy. I think of,
Here?
Yes, I think Premier McGuinty in Ontario, rethinking the fiscal balance, all this stuff. We need to have adult conversations about things. But you can't have adult conversations about issues, about whether, for example, our approach to equalization is still appropriate, given the fact that the economy is different from what it was back when the initial formulas were looked at. But you can't have those conversations if people are, getting themselves behind redoubts with, their slogans and their positions of hostility, trying to preempt the conversation. We are, in a sense, Canada is a solution looking for a problem. We're a hugely successful country, but we're a complex country. We're a huge country, and we're always going to have issues we have to resolve.
Well, we're done with Wexit now. What's your opinion on that?
Well, it's just nuts. I'm sorry, it's nuts.
Why?
Well, first of all, it's a dead end. So Alberta's going to separate, so that's going to make it easier for them to get access to Tidewater. I'm sorry. That is a slogan designed to make people mad. It's designed to create unnecessary division, anger, resentment. That is not how grown-up people address the problems. I just see this and I think, grow up. Let us find ways that we can resolve our issues, recognizing that, we have a lot of serious issues in Canada, and we need to be adults and address them, and stimulating people's, I've always said, when you have access, when a leader has access to a pulpit, and I remember when I was a young woman and I discovered I could move people when I spoke, it frightened me. Because when I grew up after the war, and I would say to my mother, how did Hitler come to power? And she'd say it was a very charismatic orator. I understood that the ability to move people when you spoke was a very powerful thing. And we all have buttons you can press. I'm from British Columbia. We're the Rodney Dangerfield of Confederation. We don't get no respect. For years we were paying in and far away and, all that kind of stuff. You want to get me mad about stuff, you can. And then what? And then what problems am I going to solve? And then what dialogue am I going to be able to enter into? The most important thing that I learned when I became a member of Parliament was I learned about my country. I learned as all my colleagues who came from different parts of the country with different priorities and different problems, and how you have to listen to people and find ways forward. Yeah.
Right.
So when you have these slogans that just make people mad and that exaggerate grievances and that tell people a lot of BS about, how they're hard done by, that is a recipe for disaster. And we're too good for that. It annoys the heck out of me. See, I can tell I'm not running for anything.